Welcome to weekend one of the Camrose 2026. And we're in the first half of match 5, Ireland versus England. First and second place. Just going to save the link. Feel free to enter a chat and Aoife or myself will try to give you an answer. Match 5. Just be a slight delay before we actually kick off. Okay, the presentation is via RealBridge, excellent system. If you need to make the screen bigger, I suggest you go into full screen mode or press F11 and it's easier to view from that screen. Now there's commentators of both tables. You can watch it live on RealBridge via the commentators. And we'll see who we've got. We have Graham Osborne and Francis Hinden playing against Mark Moran and John Carroll, and Tom Hanlon and Conor Boland are playing against Neil Rosen and John for England. I think we're going to join the Mark Moran table because their play methods I'm more familiar with. And we joined halfway through the first board, so we'll catch up for the second board. Commentators are John Cook and Paul Barden. I think we're going to move into the other room and there might well be some Irish commentators. The YouTube is mainly an Irish featured channel. So we're going to watch Tom Hanlon and Conor Boland. It should be quite exciting. And I'm just going to share the YouTube link. Irish-based YouTube link. Okay, so those of you that are watching on the YouTube, you'll be looking at Tom Hanlon and Connor Boland, but we will be flicking back and forth. They are playing a 2-over-1, basically, strong the trump 5-card majors. Hopefully we have some view graph operators here. We'll check that out shortly. The running score, which is obviously quite important. This is only the first weekend. England have 75.41 out of a maximum 100 at the end of this, which is currently running at 75%, which is a nice score. And Ireland have 71.22, obviously 71%. And this is a 32 board match. I'm just checking on the system that is being played by the English pair. So the English player Neil Rosen and John Athy been together about 4 to 5 years. Neil Rosen's been around since just after I finished being a junior. I won the Camrose a few times, and John Athy's won it at least once. They're playing strong in 5. I'm not certain if they're playing transfers over a club, but we'll soon find out. Systems. If you go to fob.ie, it gives you a link to all the systems. And you can just see that. And Storm the Trump, 15-17, short club with transfer responses, which is quite common. And those of you that are interested in the advanced Regent standard grid system, the Irish-based people, that does include transfers over club and the reasons why people play transfers over a club, which are quite numerous and nothing to go into too much on this presentation, but I'll reference it once or twice. So in this particular hand, it was a natural 1-heart opener by Connor Boland. West had nothing to say, so North responded with a spade, which all seems quite normal, and 1-heart past 1 spade. East hasn't really got anything to say. Vulnerability is East West are red, so they're not going to get too active. And if I can ask everyone to post any comments in always post them either in the YouTube chat or in the Weber chat. Remember, this channel is based mainly for the Irish supporters, but we will try to be unbiased. So 2 hearts by North-South. Just a little bit back at the play a minute, and just looks a strange auction at the moment that North chose to bid 2 hearts rather than pass 1 the trump. But East West have got a number of diamonds on, so maybe he's done the right thing. Hearts don't break very well, so we are in danger of losing 3 hard tricks, a diamond trick, and maybe we can get forced. Let's see how it goes. So, East West have managed to get their ref. Looks like a diamond and a club to come. A diamond and a king of hearts, sorry. Okay, so 2 hearts made, which is fine because 2 diamonds makes East West. This room I'm slightly experimenting quicker than the other room, but there won't be much in it. So 1 into England on the first board. Okay, I think feed's working again now. Slight issue. The reason for the delay is that they're playing so quick in this room. They're waiting for at least 4 tables to finish. I believe that's the protocol until they move on to the next board. Try and make the screen a bit bigger. Okay, nothing to talk about yet, but there will be plenty of interest coming up. We haven't got the 4 most cautious players in the world at this table. The other room, we've got Francis Hinden and Graham Osborne, who play some pretty complex methods. So if anyone likes that complex stuff, and there's 2 excellent commentators you can get on Rurbridge in that room, well worth listening to. But if you want Irish-based entertainment, this is the channel to be on. I have to be careful what I say here because I'm sure some of the Irish team will be looking at this review afterwards. So it'll only be complimentary stuff, within reason. And where's the next board? I normally have an assistant helping me here, but she's not around yet. We're hoping to get the same commentary going for the final weekend, which is coming from Newport, South Wales, in a venue which is right next door to the Celtic Manor golf course where the Ryder Cup was held around about 2012. So if anyone fancies a trip to Wales, early March, it'll be cold. And my support here is to the Irish teams. Although I do have a little bit of history with the Welsh teams, so I wish them well too in their final match. Now, we've got a live board. So West is the deal with a load of rubbish. And then we've got a good hand for Tom Handlin. Lots of shape. If he was a lot weaker, he might open a heart before a diamond, but when he's got a very sound opening bid, there's no reason not to open a diamond first. And South has got an old-fashioned 2 spades bid, 16 plus or thereabouts, but he's not going to do that because that'll be weak. So he's going to bid 1 spade, we predict, and then the auction is going to get a little bit exciting after that. And there's a few methods we can talk about as we go along, which will be quite informative for those people trying to get up to this level or near this level. Not for everyone, but it's quite nice to play at the top level. So 2 hearts is a reversing hand of 15 plus, normally more, and at least 5 diamonds and 4 hearts. Here he's 6-5, so you would assume he's trying to bid his hearts twice to show 6-5. He's a bit worried about his spade void. His hand has got a bad feature to make up for the good features. Now South really wants to make certain he's forcing the game. What everyone needs to have an understanding here, an agreement is what are your non-forcing bids. And the simplest method is to play tuna trump as a blackout. Partner, I got a load of rubbish and I'm likely to be passing your next bid. May not be. So 3 spades is just 6-card suit and forcing. Okay. Not what Tom Handlin wanted to hear because it's crowded the auction. It's stopped him from being able to rebid 3 hearts. And the South didn't think his 3 hearts were any good because he thought he was only facing 4. So to get to a slam in hearts, which is a fairly good contract, so it's going to make, it's got a bit to do, but I think it will make. It's going to be difficult. So 4 hearts is either showing the 6-5 or it's a cupid. I don't think it's a cupid because there must be a lower cupid. So it is showing the 6-5 shape. So there's no ambiguity. And the partnerships only been together for 3 years, so they won't have the agreements of some of the people that have played together forever. Although even people that play together forever can get to 4-0 fits like we saw in the last set. So over 4 hearts, South has to do more. And he's looking at a Grand Slam potential. He needs to find out about the Queen of Hearts, and maybe that's all he needs to find out at this stage. And then if your partner did have the Queen of Hearts, he's decided which grand to bid. But he's going to find some bad news in a minute. The partner is lacking the Queen of Hearts. Well, he may not find out straight away because partner will bid 5 diamonds, showing 0 or 3 of the key cards. I would expect. Let's find out. Okay, I don't think he is taking this long. Sometimes it's deceptive on wheel bridge as to if someone is hesitating or whether it's just the operator is sometimes slowing things down, not for dramatic effect, just for help. I think he is simply going to show his aces. His spade void is no asset in this auction. He's a bit worried he's only got 15 points. He's probably shown a little bit more in points, but he's got shape, but his shape is beginning to look as if it's not fitting well. Expecting his partner to be shortage in the minors. It's likely his partner's got a club control. Okay, now we don't like this because it might not be fully discussed. Normally it shows a void somewhere and a certain number of aces, and it's likely they've covered this auction. You could argue it's the normal response at the 6th level but with a void. So in other words, he's saying he's got 3 aces, 3 key cards, which is what 5 diamonds would have been, and a void. Unfortunately, it's the worst possible bid that Conor Boland wanted to hear, because he doesn't have a clue if his partner's got Queen of Hearts. And he probably does. So, any feelings about the bid? By all means, send a post. I didn't see any chats last time. I wonder if they're not coming through. So, my assistant is on her way. We're going to need some guidance here, because these are very interesting hands that we could all benefit from. Connor's decided he can't ask about the Queen of Hearts, so he's going to settle for 6. So he's made the right decision in the bidding, and now Tom Hanlon's got to make the right decision in the card play. So, I must admit, I would be thinking as long as longer than what Thomas thought. Okay, so the club leaders has helped him. There's no club loser now, but he's got to do some with all these diamonds. He could take the roughing diamond finesse. The trumps could be not be 3-2. It's going to allow for that. So one option is to cash 2 top hearts and then take the roughing finesse if the queen doesn't drop. Or he can try and set the spades up. He's done well to win the club with the ace. That's important. He had to with the queen went up, of course, but he would have won with the ace in any case, because he wants to try and. No, he's going for the. Okay, the sneaky line of. Right. Well, we don't actually know what he did. I wonder who we've got operating the view graph. It's quite a critical match. If we could try and get all the play, it would be appreciated. Whoever's doing the view graph. Okay. 35 people watching in this room, which is great. We're not hanging about in the bidding. Still a plane to catch. So, Faber vulnerability, people are opening on all sorts of 10 counts these days, even second in hand, which used to be a no-no. They open it and need shape. If you open a 10 count, you need shape. So they're hoping to steal the opponent's contract a lot of the time. Diamond, a spade, two spades. West is going to want to make a try, even though he knows he probably shouldn't. I suspect he's going to bid three clubs. At least he's going to turn it down. And as you can see, North-South have at least half the points, and the opponents are looking for game East-West. It's called the modern game. Hello. We're live at the moment.
Salad and chips.
Salad and chips, that's very good.
I've sent the link to loads of people.
Yeah, well, it's worth watching this one because.
Even for all you?
No, it's you.
No, just in case.
Okay. We hope this will be an educational 16 or 32 boards, and we'll have some Irish discussion at the end. And apologies to any English spectators, it's mainly aimed at the Irish audience, but you're more than welcome to join. Okay, so game tried West, you can't blame him. And even though East was turning it down, he still made a return game, trying to emphasise his diamonds. It was a bit aggressive. And West said, if you can't bid game, I'm not going to bid it. So they're now one level higher than what they would have comfortably been. And the opponents can only cash 3 hearts and a club. And that's probably it, isn't it? Spades behave. So they've stolen the contract in 3 spades, which is good. But I suspect they're always going to get to 3 spades, even if East doesn't open. So we're moving very, very quick this match. I would prefer to be in the other room, which is slower, but I understand the bidding well in this room, so sorry, I'm going to stay here. So Ireland gained 4 in the previous board, where Tom Hanlon chose to move to 2 hearts. And the English North-South passed one the trump, which didn't make, and 2 hearts did make. So it's surprising, but a good decision. So it's a small lead to Ireland, but very early days. Nothing to the play on this one. He's just going to take the spade finesse at some stage. So just do a bit of admin. I'll return for the next hand.
Okay. Oh,
Just hold that one.
you put it on me.
Oh, it's for tracksuit, is it? It's a tracking camera. No. Oh, it's a tracking camera, didn't know. That camera tracks the person. Oh. But we had the tracking camera on. I can't get away from you. All right. So, moved on already to the next board. They are certainly trying to get to the bar. I've seen them play 6 boards so quick. 2 spades is a weak 2. Can't fault it. West doesn't raise to 3 spades. A lot of people consider it these days with honor X, but not with 2 small. And And North has nothing to say. Anything to the play? Looks to me as if they've got 4 spade tricks, 3 half tricks, and at least one a trick in the wash, either a diamond or a club. Well, probably a diamond. Give up a diamond. I'm likely to guess the hearts right. So I think it'll just be the 8 tricks. Could North South do anything about it? Probably not. Likely to be a flat auction. If I edit some of these boards out at the end, this could be one of them. I know some of you have tried to send me messages via YouTube, and I'm not certain if that's working. Try and get working for the important second half of the match, and Eva will respond to you. So I would suspect we're way ahead of the other room. Yeah, they're only on board 4. We're expecting swings on board 4 or 5. We're hoping for a high standard match. We've seen some good matches and some not so good matches, which is often the case. We've got 10 people watching, which is good. Okay, we've moved on to the next board. I'm just setting up the live chat, but one heart myself seemed normal. Spade, it seems fine. Okay, a heart, a spade, two clubs, all natural, two diamonds, four suit, forcing, two hearts. By south, no, two diamonds was probably forcing as high as two no trumps, and I would suspect it's north has been two no trump, not west. So remember, you can put any comments on the real bridge chats if they're of interest. I think there's two vacancies for you have commentators on the wheel bridge. If people want to step into this room and do that, they're more than welcome, providing they've been vetted by the wheel bridge team. So we think that three hearts is by south, so whoever's the operator maybe could do some undos to get that back. It's not easy to be a wheel bridge operator when things go wrong. It can be quite difficult to unwind things. And so we're waiting for them to unwind a bit. Because we obviously can't play the cards until the bidding is correct. Still waiting for the correction. In the meantime, Ireland seemed to have picked up some imps. Let's see what happened. They've got 13 imps for the six hearts, because the Osborne and Allerton are only in 5 diamonds, which seems a bit surprising. The only pair in the room not to bid a slam. Which should be very good for John and Mark's butler. Vulnerable slam is 13 imps normally, it is. Which takes Ireland into the lead for the first time, I believe. Maybe they sneaked in for a board or two before, but they are now in the lead of the first big end of the Camrose. So they always raise their game for the match against England. Then so do the Welsh and the Scots. It's a good English team. This is the team that played, I think, the first weekend last year when England went on to win the Camrose. Maybe they played the second weekend. I can't remember now. So we're just waiting for the operator to correct. You tell them, James. Go and give them hell. I don't believe much of this auction. I don't believe we're defending 5 hearts. I don't believe it.
In theory, there's 6 cards.
No. Yes, they do. Okay, well, 5 hearts made, which was fortunate. Then I think it was probably 4 hearts plus 1 myself, and then we missed the bidding. Meantime, we're just going to look at, I think you can see on my screen sharing, the slam that the English missed. It's all very educational for us. We can see they opened a diamond the same, they bid a spade the same, they reversed the same, but now they only bid 2 spades, which was forcing, which allowed North to bid 3 hearts, so they were better placed. South Q bid 4 clubs. North Q bid 4 diamonds. South bid 4 spades. And then North bid 5 clubs, which they're just what I call meandering here. They're going nowhere. And South meant 5 diamonds and something else, and North passed. So I think it was the 5 clubs bid. It's not helping anyone, but maybe I'm totally wrong. So that was why they missed the slam. So we're back in this room, hopefully live, and sympathies to the view graph operator. It's not easy, especially if it's the first or second time they're doing it, or they've got a dodgy mouse, with the other reason. So we played 7 boards, and we've been going for 45 minutes, so that's well within the acceptable time scale. But I didn't expect anything different with 3 or 4 fast players at this table. Okay, move on to board 8. I don't think West will open 2 diamonds on this hand if it's weak, but it probably isn't in any case. And we'll just check what they're playing. Yeah, 3 weak twos. But he did have 4 spades to jack, so decided against it. His partner opened a heart. Connor Bowen's got a routine takeout double. And West might have tried one spade or win the trump, but chose to pass. Not unreasonable. Leaving North with an enviable position of what to bid. Firstly, I bid a spade, and the reason for that is the takeout doubles have become quite common with honor X and a minor in some situations. So there we are. North did bid a spade. East, up to past partner, decided to make a semi-preemptive as well as a good bid, good hand, show it 3 clubs. And South is probably going to compete to 3 spades. It's rare partner's got a 3-card spade, so we know he can have it. That's why you have to bid a spade in tempo, because it's unfair on South otherwise. I'm sure it was all bid in tempo. So he sells for 3 spades, and North will let that go, and East will let it go. The reason East should let it go, or may not, is that he's got King, Queen, Delta, Spade. They're defensive or offensive cards. His partner hasn't got 3-card heart support. He would have done something. And his partner also would have known what to do with a heart on and 4-card club support. So his partner's not going to have suitable cards. So and the top Americans say, partner, whatever you played me for, I've probably got less. And this is about the situation. So let's see if he uses the judgment. It's not easy to pass when you're 6'5". It's not easy, and you're not vulnerable, and you could easily have game on your way. So maybe he will bid 4 clubs or 4 hearts, but it's undisciplined. So I don't know if we're really waiting for his bid or whether we're waiting for South's bid. They're playing this with screens, and generally northeast are on the same side of the screen. So probably not waiting for South to bid. Okay, it's... Nope, we're still waiting for East. Well, I'm surprised it's taken quite this long. Our feed's gone down. Now, what would be good with some of these YouTube presentations, if you could pause the live feed for a little bit until the interesting points come up, because 2 hours and 10 minutes is a long time for a YouTube recorded video to play back. But when you play it back, you can fast track it if you want to play it back. I don't think there's any messages gone in the chat. Aoife, any messages gone in the chat?
On YouTube?
Will that come anywhere? Right, let's see what's happening now. They've moved on. No. Eventually passed. Okay. So it leaves the ace of hearts for count rather than king for attitude. Ace for attitude rather than king for count, I would suspect. And now when his partner plays the 10, he's not certain. One or two. Could well be a singleton heart. But he may as well cast the king of hearts because there's no use for discard for South. And remember, East expects his partner to only have 3 spades because South has bid 1 spade. So he may play another heart, which is less of what West wants. If he played a heart of West reft. Okay, so he's played the 9 of hearts, asking for a diamond, which would surprise West a bit. And he won't want to play a diamond, even though he wouldn't be surprised if his partner get a diamond void. Because he's reffing a diamond losing. The club switch is what I would expect there. And now they've sort of helped South and North draw trumps by playing the 3rd heart. Might be thinking of ducking so we can finesse East, but the trouble with ducking is that West is quite likely got a singleton club. And then he can go rough all over the place if he ducks this. So he's better off taking it. Then I suppose he's got to play ace another spade, and East is on lead. More likely. See what he's going to do if he's on lead. Oh, he has ducked it. Okay. Well, this might not be so good because they can now get 4 roughs. West will be aware his partner's got either a 1, 6, 1, 5 or a 2, 6, 0, 5 shape. Counting shape is as important as counting points. It really helps you. But it can be more time, and counting points is relatively easy by comparison. But shape will let you get finesses right. 2-way finesses helps you. It's very important. Count the opponent's shape. So, yep, he said, partner, I still want you to play diamonds. I've told you twice. Play back a diamond. And this time I think that Rosen is going to play a diamond, even though it's in today's screen. The 2 of clubs could not be more clear cut that I want a diamond. But he still would be frightened because he knows he's giving away a natural garden trick. But as you can see, he might be able to get 2 more spade roughs by playing a diamond. So it's diamond rough, club rough, diamond rough, club. And he gets promoted with them to the Jack of Spades, I think. So they get 4 more trumps. I knew he wouldn't believe him. I knew he wouldn't believe him. Now, the last time I played with Neil Rosen was in 1996, when we engineered between us to get to 6 clubs with Queen X opposite 4 to the 10, and we didn't make it. Okay, so it could have gone even more off. So Our three clubs did its job, pushed the opponents way overboard. But I suspect the opponents were making three hearts, so could well be a flat board. England will gain something. 17-11. See what's happened. 2-5 in swings. Stopped in three spades on board 5. Well, to stop in three spades. And, well, good job not to 4 spades. It's a bit high. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with opening light, but you've got to be able to put the brakes on. Won the trump, 15-17. Transfer, 2 spades. West has got a good hand if his partner fits well. I might have slightly preferred to bid 2 hearts, 2 spades, 4 clubs, but that could be a bit pushy. West Ham. Now he bids 4 clubs, okay. So when those auctions is weaker. Well, that is the auction I said, wasn't it? Sorry, so that's the auction I said I was going to make. So he's minimum, certainly minimum for this auction. Those with a play Smollen to show longer spades and hearts. This is not the hand for it. You've got too many spades. There's a name for a 7-card spade suit. It's called trumps. The old ones are the best. So, East is sort of interesting because he's got controls and he does have the king of hearts. And he is playing the hand, which is the key to all this. So the king of hearts is protected. So his partner must have something for all this bidding. And his points can only be in spades and probably a heart card. So launches into Blackwood, and I can't say I blame him. 17 count after all, or 16 count. His partner will show the 2 aces without the queen of trumps, but 6 or 7 spades. Now he might decide to show the queen of trumps without West Hand. He will regret it if he does. But Declare might guess the spades right. South leads the ace of hearts, then he could well guess the spades right. Like double, you can always make your life for less than the spade, but you're probably not going to. North South have not bid. So when the opponents don't bid and you're a 9-card fit, you play for the drop. If the opponents have both bid, or one of them has bid sometimes, then with a 9-card fit missing the queen, you will often finesse. The odds change a lot if they bid. Okay, well, North has decided that he's got this void. His partner's Blackwooded. But I think he's done a lot. I really think he's got a 9 count opposite a likely doubleton. And he doesn't know that his partner just have the ace of clubs. Partner's unlikely to have a lot of wasted eyes in clubs, I agree with that. So this is going to be hard to make on what looks like the queen of clubs lead. But he's thinking about leading the ace of hearts, I'm sure. His worry is that dummy's hearts will go away. Yep, there we are. Everyone else would have led the Queen of Clubs in their sleep, but I would have been very close to the Ace of Hearts. And I sort of don't mind it, but I worry that it might ward east. The South wasn't worried about not having the Trump winning. It's the one lead that would tempt me to finesse the spade. I doubt I would have, but let's see. Oh, we've got loads of guidance from Amy Callahan. I'm sure it's all complimentary. Nice. Okay. I knew there's a reason I wanted to go into the other room. Can't remember what it was. Okay, so not surprisingly, he didn't take the spade finesse, although possibly a spade to the king and the diamond to the ace and finesse is not unreasonable after that lead. So that is a likely gain to Ireland. Because I think they will have the. Well, they do have the tools to stay out of it. I'm not saying they will stay out of it, because West did get over aggressive. There's always a 9 count. So a spade, pass, win the trump. Okay, all seems normal. And this is when you wish one the trump wasn't forcing, and it probably isn't. And you pass. People playing forcing no trump have to rebid 2 diamonds in this hand, and you just miss the right contract too many times, which is one the trump. So think twice about a forcing one the trump and play the semi-forcing no trump up to 11 points. Again, part of the Regent Advanced system for those interested. The Regent Bridge Club Advanced system. Right, so what are we going to do here? 4th highest lead, it looks good. West knew immediately that East had a diamond honor, possibly a singleton honor, and maybe could have rose with the ace of diamonds, but he probably doesn't need to because he can run the 10 next time. Yeah, that'll work. And if South had King X of diamonds, was right to play small. So small was certainly right to trick 1. And was it counted as winners, or has he played first and then counted? So he's got 3 hard tricks, 1 spade trick, that's only 4. Ace of diamonds is 5. And we're vulnerable, so we want to get at least 6 tricks, if not 7. Opponents have switched to a club, which they would. With 5 of clubs have switched, so he knows the West has 4 clubs. Again, notice we're counting the shape all the time of the opponents. Tiring, I know, but it's important. Not so tiring for me because I'm looking at 4 hands. Queen of diamonds and 4 hearts. Signal meant nothing, just partner and thrown away loser. And that's important to remember. You're mainly thrown away losers, not given a signal.
What age then in 4 hearts?
Let's just check on the scores here. So it's quite a complex hand, this, isn't it? So he set up his diamond. There's some 3 hearts, a diamond, 4, and a spade 5. And they quite like to set up a club for him. And if he cashes the ace of hearts first, which is the right way to play the hearts, he sees the 9 drop. And what should he do with the east hand then? I have a feeling he should remember to play the 10 of hearts under the 9, so that when he plays the 2 of hearts to the king, he can finesse the ace queen. So it's a good technical hand. Let's see if Neil's been thinking carefully. And if he gets a chance, if it's him to play next, and may not be, he's got to cash the ace of hearts and throw the 10 away. It doesn't cost when North has Jack 9 double 10, but gains when North has stiff 9. It makes no difference if North had 9 Jack X and was false carding. One of the key sequences to know how to play ace queen to 4 opposite king 10x. But the opponents are putting him under a lot of pressure before he gets to play the heart suit. He's lost 3 tricks and he's got at least 2 clubs to lose. And he's probably got to finesse this spade in case it's right and hope he doesn't lose 3 clubs. Like if he did have 3 clubs to lose, I think they would have cashed him. They would have got the clubs going differently. So I think he should finesse the spade without a worry in the world, in case it's right, but expecting it to be losing. And he's could well be making an over trick if he finesse the spade, because that's right. 4 hearts, 2 spades is 6. And a diamond 7, and he's made 1 trick. So queen of spades will give him, if he plays it optimally, he will make 8 tricks. And if he doesn't, I'll be talking to him in the bar afterwards. A genuine bridge player, and it's good to see him back in the English team. Yep, that's the spade. And now, missed the boat. Missed the boat. Played in a different order, and it cost nothing to play the 10 of hearts to the queen, I think. See, if he picked up Jack X, he had no entries to enjoy the 4th heart, so he needed to play the 10 of hearts to the queen and then sword the king. Slight technical glitch, but the rest of it he played very well. And I'm sure in pairs competition he would have been making 8 tricks. So with something happened on board 8, we've gained a fortune. Well, not a fortune, but a little bit. The slam. As predicted, the Irish didn't bid it. They stopped. Let's see how disciplined their auction was. Won the trump, 4 hearts, 4 spades. You can't be more disciplined than that. So whereas the English West thought it was worth 2 slam tries, the Irish West thought it wasn't even worth 1 slam try. Difference of opinion. Okay, back to live bridge in our room. We're watching Tom Hanlon and Conor Boland play against John Athy and Camrose. 1 club, which is at least 2, but rarely 2 because they're in 4-card diamond suits. Spade was natural. 1 the trump was weak, but unlikely to be an upgradable 14. You won't mind the trump. And that'll buy the auction. And now we can see Tom Hanlon work. 2 spades, 2 hearts. Okay, well that's a favourable lead. He knows how to play the hearts up there. For 3 heart tricks, 2 spade tricks is 5. And he can either try and guess the spades or he can settle for setting up a diamond. Which I think he will do. Just try and set up 2 diamonds on a good day. Yep, playing diamonds first. Problems will be switching to clubs. I don't think he's going to guess the diamonds right, so it'll be touch and go whether they get their 7 tricks before he gets his 7. But he does have some club intermediates which are going to help matters. Best to continue with hearts, yeah. Partner's found a porous lead, but you can set your long heart up towards the one of the unbid suits. So his hand will sort of play itself a little bit for a while. Let's see if the questions come in. I think I've moderated the chat so any awkward questions get filtered out. I'm only joking. "16 people watching, that's very good. We have 54 on the channel, and there won't be much bridge for a while, but March we're back on for the final weekend of the Camrose, and we're looking for at least 30 spectators for that. Okay, so won the trump, sneaked home, difficult to defend, and I suspect that potentially is an imp or 2 game. Could well be fine. For England in the South Seat, we have Graham Osborne, that spent 2 or 3 seasons partnering Tony Forrester, the well-known English international. But he's played with Francis Hinden for 40 years, I would have thought, a long time. Very successful partnership in a lot of English events. 3 hearts opener. This is the modern style. Favour of Oniberti, 6-4, you preempt. Now, it's not just 6-4, it's 6-4 with points in your suits. Don't do it because you've got Jack to 6, Jack to 4. But it's a minimum of 3 hearts, and I quite like the bit. Third in hand, particularly, it's a no-brainer. Second in hand, maybe you need to be more careful. South would have liked to make a takeout double, but he's only got 3 spades and a lot of points, so a big 3-hand, but he can duck the first heart sometimes. And dummy is quite handy. That's a trick and a half for him. Maybe more with the jack of diamonds. And be pleased to see the diamond finesse right, although Westinger a horrible hand to lead from, so he doesn't really want to lead a heart, but the rest are worse leads. So he leads a heart. And Connor's got quite a lot of tricks here. Say he gives him a club, he's got 4 clubs. 2 hearts is 6, a spade 7, and he should make 2 diamonds. Hearts are known to be 6-1. So we're going to be winning that in. I could win it in the dummy. Take a club finesse in case he's just got King X. If you win a dummy and take the diamond finesse. Okay, chose the winning hand to give up a club. That's probably fine. He knows he's got 4 clubs, 2 hearts, 6. 2 diamonds is 8. And spades 9. Probably going to be 10 or 11 on this. Difficult to stop him making 11. Do some of the lighting. You okay, Ruffy? Can I have a beer in a minute?
Do you want some more lighting? 2 seconds of that. Is the camera on?
No.
Sound is off here.
It will be in a second. And this is my boarding hand, so I'm just going to have a tea break a minute. Right, was off mute for a while. So let's look what's happening in the other matches, see if Wales are making a late challenge. Ireland's leading by 1.4 VPs. Wales are winning their match against Scotland. It's a good result. And for those of you trying to watch yesterday afternoon, there was a problem with the boards that I think the right boards were played, but the wrong boards were uploaded to the Real Bridge platform and they struggled to correct it, despite the huge efforts of Toss McGee and a few others. So that's why we didn't get any boards for the Ireland-Wales match, which was particularly disappointing to me. Board 8 was 3 spades, bit of identity. Okay. So who else we got watching here? Well, it looks at most of the Irish in this room. Pat Davis, I can't believe Pat Davis is watching on Rear Bitch. Well, good to see you, Pat. So, where do we go from here? 30-16, which is a nice little lead for Ireland. North has to do something with 12 count. One spade, indeed. The weak no trumpers would open the no trump with a North hand, but I think it's many years since Tom Hanlon's played a weak no trump. And South is close to one no trump himself, but decided to pass. It's not a great 5 count. West is too strong to balance a one no trump. 6, 10, 12, 13, 18 count. Right to balance with 2 no trump, but a bit light for that. On with 2 hearts with 2 no trump, which shows about 17, 18. This needed to be quite good to have been 3 hearts because his partner would reopen on a lot of quite weak hands. So he's worried that he's got a bit too much to spare, but he hasn't. He's got a 5 count. The no trump rebids are quite difficult to work out from the last in hand. You have to play 1 spade pass 2 no trump is natural, covering your 19 to 21 hand. You've got a bit game with the 22 counts after doubling most times. So this auction shows about 16 to 18. So I think you should call it a day. Surprised it's taking so long, but maybe it's the lead that's taking the time rather than the bid. I just haven't put the bid in yet. So someone has asked me how do we play one of a major pass 2N, and I think I said that 19 to 21 balanced is not unusual for Trump. To check with Aoife that she does the same, but it's 19 to 21. Okay, so he did pass. had the ace of diamonds led by Tom Hanlon. Decided it wasn't the time to lead a spade, and he's right. He sort of knows his partner's got a few points because they're not in game. He's got 12. And if his partner had a 5 count and a doubleton spade, he probably would have been 1 in. So that's the little tiny reason for not leading the spade. Jack ends with a 5. Wouldn't have mattered if he led a spade. So he's led a diamond and it's not really helped matters. It's probably hindered them. And I think he's well placed now, isn't he? With 2 diamond tricks, 2 club tricks is 4, 3 spade tricks is 7. And he's going to make a heart. Quite likely 2 hearts if he runs the 10 of hearts. But he's only got 1 entry to dummy. They've got to switch to a club. Well, I think it's no too slow needed to switch to a club early, probably. Because they can just give up hearts. He can play hearts from his own hand from the top if he wants to. And that's going to give him 3 hearts. 3 spades is 6. 2 clubs is 8. And I expect he's still make a diamond or 2. They were never defeated 2-0 trump, but on a club lead or a club switch, they might have made held it to 2. So a diamond sets up 2 diamond tricks, a heart sets up 3 hearts. It's a no-brainer. It should be a heart. Maybe he could do both. Perhaps he thinks he can play south for queen x of hearts and set the diamonds up simultaneously. He would make 2 diamonds and a heart if he plays a diamond. So probably play a diamond if king wins and they switch to a club. You do guess the heart wrong. Then they're going to potentially continue clubs. Okay, well, setting up the diamonds. North ducked to make it more difficult to set up his diamonds, but it's just helped him set the hearts up instead. Okay, assist him with the spades. But now Declaro is going to run all the hearts. And we'll do fine. Oh, so he chose the hearts that way. It's possible that Kindu was trying the old trick of playing the ace of hearts when he actually had ace queen to ruin the entries for East West. That was a compliment I think Rosen played him, that he was allowing for Tom Hanlon to have the ace queen of hearts. The good news, Aim has gone quiet. So people can sleep in this, sleep well again. Oh, loads of questions. What's the painting over your shoulder? What's the painting over your shoulder? There's no painting over my shoulder, is it?
Listen. Well, there's a corner.
Oh yeah, no, I can't. Oh, I can't give you my address now that you've worked out what the painting is. Full screen. Am I on full screen? No, I'm not on full screen. Right. Okay. Spade pass a heart. Club pass a heart, sorry. Heart shows 4 or more spades. Highly recommend.
Sorry, you're in full screen. I can't see the board on your page.
Oh, can't I?
From Colette.
Oh, sugar. Oh. Sorry about that. People that didn't see the screen. Is it showing now? Is that showing okay? That's Colette, that's showing. Pauno, near me. Aye. Hopefully you can see the boards again now. My mistake. I'm actually watching it on Real Bridge as I'm talking. So a club, a heart shows spades, 3 no trump, which is sort of gambling with 7 clubs. Again, not what Rosen wanted to hear. Because his hand may be good, may be rubbish. And, well, it's a horrible hand, isn't it? Probably will let it go. Making contracts could be 6 diamonds. That doesn't actually make it, I don't think. Difficult for him to pass. He might try 4 no trumps. He's will let that go. I think he will pass. He'll think and pass. And I don't know how on earth how Mike Powell got the link.
I sent it.
I hope he didn't send him the link. I'll never get rid of him. Oh, there we go. So he did bid 4N, which was his only possible bid. Quantitative optimistic again. That's the second time he's been over optimistic. And East said, if you can be optimistic, I can be optimistic too. Now maybe they'll make 6 clubs. The clubs break 3-3. And the diamond finesse is wrong, but the heart finesse is right. And the spades could come in. So they may be in a making contract. Certainly on that lead they are. Connor must have decided that the spade isn't a bad position and they had to attack, which is why he's let it down, which is an aggressive lead, especially for Connor, who's quite cautious. And I think that's hasn't mattered because he was probably going to make the contract, wasn't he? He was going to be drawing trumps and put an ace king of spades to rough a spade, and the queen comes down, so he would be making 6 clubs. So good choice by Rosen. Just because you overbid one hand doesn't mean you can't overbid another, and it's done well. But is it a good contract? Probably not. It needs the clubs 3-3. And something good happening in spades. So you may not want to read it. I would suspect, looking at what happened with the other boards in this set and the previous set, that the Irish East West aren't going to bid this one. So it's going to be a 500 swing, 11 imps to England. But in the meantime, Ireland have picked up some points. They've got a slightly bigger lead. They picked up 5 imps for one the trump they played in both rooms. And then they lost 2 odd imps. this point, I fear is going to be 11 imps or 10 imps out. Maybe only 10 because they'll be playing in 3 no trumps. So. Okay, so we haven't got the score for that one yet. We've only got 2 balls to go in this room. We're playing very rapidly. Finishing plenty of time. A spade, 5 card suit, 2 diamonds, game forcing, 2 hearts. And 7 no trumps from East, but I don't know what he'll do. It's not East. He needs to know with the Queen of Diamonds. So East has to basically somehow set diamonds as the suit. In the old days, you put 3 diamonds with East hand and you find it easier to set the suit, but now 2 diamonds is wishy-washy area. Well, I'm sure he's doing a bit 2 hearts, but a bit worried he's only got a 9 count. So what have they got to get to? 6 diamonds, is it? And not 7. Now that's an interesting bit to the trump. I think it shows a broken 6 card spade suit. Why wouldn't he show his hearts? There's no alert, but it's certainly not natural, is it? So, but I know with a few of my partners I play that as a broken 6 card spade suit. 12 to 15 to average. And he's now set the suit as diamonds, which West is going to hate. What the hell is he going to get now? And now he's bid 4 spades, partner. I'm as bad as I can be. But that is probably Cupid for diamonds. Now they live quite a long way away, Athy and Rosa, so maybe they don't play together a lot outside internationals. They're the newest partnership.
There are 6 clubs as well.
So 5 clubs was 1 ace. 5 hearts was, do you have the Queen of Diamonds? It's the suit above the trump suit. Whereas it's the next available non-forcing bid you could make. You couldn't bid 5 diamonds because that's the play. So 5 hearts asks for the Queen of Diamonds. And now it's over to West, who doesn't have the Queen of Diamonds. So he's saying, I don't have the Queen of Diamonds. And the best sleeve for South would be a diamond. It stops the club ruff, but it costs a diamond trick. So you don't need a diamond, they ruff a club. If you do need a diamond, they avoid a diamond losing. So either way, they are going to make 12 or 13 tricks. So you can only take the king of spades if he has to throw his heart away. And then ruff a club. I think you ruff a club first, take the diamond finesse. Just slight worry if the spades are 5 wide, especially on that late to be worried. So it's going off if South has got Queen to 4 diamonds and similar to Spade, I suspect. Can't do much about that. So the good news is it looks like Ireland have also bid 6 clubs. So they're well worth 17 in bleed. And, Ace of clubs. Rough the club. Little one, yes. Safe. And now he's hoping that if this Ace of Spades does get roughed, that he's roughing it with a diamond. Here. No, I think they've missed a card somewhere. I think the Ace of Spades was cashed before or after this. Personally, there's 6 diamonds. He's going off on the line that the view rough have. So, let me get the hand up. There it is. So the last hand, and then we have a little break. There will be a different link for the second half. I like to split into 2 halves. So if we will send it out to the same people, or you can find it on the channel.
15, they're in 5 hearts.
Instead of 6 diamonds.
Mhm.
If our top slam bidding pair are sitting out the set, they normally do very well on the slam zone. Mesmer Fitzgibbon, not necessarily to begin, but normally they are excellent on the slam zone. Club Spade 2 diamond. Okay, well, 2 diamond again. This is what you need to play if you're playing 2 over 1 with transfers over a club. You need to be getting in with these transfers after the overcall 1 spade. Again, it's part of the advanced region standard. As you're taking it up. So South has been 2 halves to show a good 3-card raise in spades. If you had a 4-card raise, you probably would have been 2 no trump there. West has been 3 hearts, and he's happy to play opposite of a 5 or 6 card heart suit. And South has completed his description of his hand to 3 spades. And that's where they're playing non-vulnerable, and it looks like it's quite good because opponents can make 3 hearts, it's unfavourable, but not 4. Even if 3 spades goes 1 off, they're at par. But looking at it, it don't see three spades going off. Opponents couldn't bid four hearts because that's doubled for 200 potentially. So par bidding. There's been some good bridge by all four players this set. And now we're coming into the last 16. So the scores, to me, it looks like it's 2.39
It's going to change.
lead to Ireland in VPs, but we've just been informed that's about to change. The restart is at 5:45. And this is going to make three spades. But I still left a small club. Nine of spades or a 7.
We lost 10 imps.
Okay, so that was a good result. As you can see, the score is tightened up because of a 10-imp loss on board 15, so they've caught up in the other room. And I suspected 16 to be flat, so I would suspect the leaders have changed. England now have a lead of 1.25 VPs. You get to this stage, it's surprising what 10 imps cost you at VPs. It was a big
She said
turnout.
you can't see the cards.
You can't.
I've got a message saying you can't see the cards.
That's someone I'm looking at the review. Should be okay, don't they? Yeah, board 16 was misrecorded. Operator. Right. But there has been some very good questions before, aren't there? Okay, so just putting this scores up. No, I'm going to go into the other room to watch the last board. We're in the other room. As you can see, they didn't manage to get to 5 hearts, and that was because 2 hearts, 4 diamonds, which was confused as a green hearts, I think. 4 hearts, 400, 5 clips. Yes, East felt he was setting diamonds, and I did say even with the English match that there would be some confusion here. And these are new hands to a lot of us because we wouldn't be opening on 9 counts. But when you open on 9 count, you find your partners have a good hand more often because there's more points they can have, and your partner's the one that has the hand that should be taking control, and you struggle to give up control once you've opened the bidding. So it was an informative hand for the modern bidding 15. That once you've opened on these shapely hands, you sometimes got to back off and let partner describe his hand. So a tough hand. Both these specialists are playing exactly the same methods. So ideally, they'd both get to 6 diamonds, which was an excellent contract. And but they did both bid 6 clubs, which was good. So it's been some good bidding all round. So we're just waiting in the other room we're in now, of course, for the last board to come up, I think. Everything okay on the live feed? Yeah, I know we can see the play on Real Bridge, but it doesn't mean that the operator hasn't played a card wrong and was able to correct it by claiming 6-6. Look, I'm fairly certain they did make 6 diamonds on this other board. Is King Jack to 7 diamonds? What hand was that, Eva?
Sorry, which one?
The hand when the operator misclaimed. Hand 15. Hand 15, they did make 6 diamonds. He's a pretty good player. He wouldn't have gone off. But hopefully we're wrong, and he did go one off, but I don't think that's the case. So remember, if you want to see the screen, go into full screen on your YouTube, F11 or whatever other way, and you can see a lot more of it. And you can even see the joyful comments from Amy Gallagher. Amy Gallagher. Oh, we're live on this one. So a club was opened. Spade was overcalled, the same. 2 diamonds. So they are playing the same system, which is good for us to watch. And it's a system I personally play myself, and I highly recommend it. Even the likes of Michael Powner play this system. For those of you that don't know Michael Powner, look out for him on his next visit to Ireland. He comes over quite a lot, playing in all the congresses. So it's interesting to see what Francis Hindon does with the South cards. She might bet 3 clubs, which would imply some spade support. She might bet 2 hearts, same as Connor, which shows 3 card spade support. About this range, I think that's the par bid. She might double, but she might be 4 spades. Okay, what do I know? Like theoretically, the cards could fit well. The clubs probably fit well. Partners probably got clubs when they've shown only 2 clubs. I think that's would fit in the overbid category. Not to say it's not going to make if they don't cash their diamonds. And East has opened a club, so maybe they won't. West has not had a chance to show hard support. That's the difference here. But East has said, I don't know, if I've got a 10 count, we're vulnerable, and they bid game, and my partner's opened. So, but East is on lead. It'd be much better for East West if West was on lead. They'd on the king of diamonds. And East doesn't really know what to lead. Could be right to lead a diamond, could be right to lead a club, could be right to lead the ace of hearts to have a look at dummy. One thing that probably isn't right is to lead a spade. Whoops. Now, maybe that is right because he can't bluff hearts, but theoretically now he can take the club finesse after drawing 3 trumps or drawing 2 trumps to throw his diamonds away. But he can't bluff his hearts and his diamonds, so I think the demon goes off with a spade lead. So I was wrong about it not being right. I can see why he led a spade. He didn't know which minor to lead, and it was guesswork because his partner could easily have clubs on diamonds and ace of hearts. Could well be wrong if North has got the king. He's not had heart support from his partner. So with this lead, looks as if it's not going to work, but I think it will, because what's he going to do? He's going to win it and probably play a heart. Except the fact he's got 3 diamonds and a heart loser. But he knows he can only rough one heart, so the club finesse is right. Do cover here. That's the best. He's not a chess player. Okay. So remember, we'll be doing the commentary from the room that's not got the official commentators for the next one, and I'll put up a different link as soon as I have it, which will be up soon, I think. I don't think I'll keep this running because it'll be a massive YouTube video otherwise. And it's been useful to split both these 16 boards because there's been a lot of informative stuff, and the fact that the East-West pair in both rooms were playing the Regent Advanced system, it's been very useful for future discussions. Like a spade is led, what's the Clara thinking of doing? He's got 5 spades, he's got 2 clubs, that's 7. He needs to make 10 tricks. Club finesse is 8, the long club is 9. He can't make the long club and rough the heart. That's his options. Well, a lot of Irish people watching in both rooms. That's good to see. It's been a very entertaining match this has so far. Hopefully the last 16 will be equally entertaining. And remember, the Morgan Pairs is on Wednesday this week at the Regent Bridge Club. And the men's and ladies pairs and teams is next weekend. So I understand what he's thinking. He knows he could give up a heart and ref a heart, but he can't get back and forth to his hand. See, they're going to in the spade, play a heart, then play another spade. He can ref his heart, but then he can't get back. So he's better off taking the club finesse. Basically playing it the same way that okay, was not going to do that. But he's not convinced the club finesse is right often enough. That's his worry, but I think East would have led from 2 or 3 small clubs. Okay, well, he's probably done that in order to cash some diamonds rather than play another trump. If Declare had Queen Jack X of hearts. He's done the wrong thing. But now if he plays diamond, 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 it gets a bit messy. Declare. Okay, nine of hearts was an attempt to tell him he's got diamonds on clubs. Okay, so oops. No, why would you do that? Jack it on isn't better than the Well, he's given Declare the chance to play East for 10x of clubs rather than Queen X, which could be a good thing. And that's what he's thinking of doing. No, he's decided. The club finesse risks him going 3 off as he's worried. But by cashing his spades now, East will be in a show up squeeze. I don't know what he's doing. Like East has doubled, and he's only turned up with 8 points. So he did finesse the club. We didn't always see the last few cards played. I think the operator was struggling a bit. Nakers, that was a good, surprising final result for Ireland there, which possibly makes it very close at the top. Yes, they sneak back in the lead by a VP. Exciting stuff. So I expect you'll all be back for the next set at 17:45. Okay. Bye, everyone. End stream.